When you buy money, you can make decisions based on Rogu. In this issue, we're bringing you proof of EDC's Kaija. When the Bead Euro Radiation exhibition ended in mid-May, Old Gua gave it to Rogu. It has been delayed until now with no notice. Actually, I forgot to throw the car backside and didn't come to urge me. Thanks to Old Gua, but I do regret playing it a bit recently. Why didn't you shoot the radiation earlier? Something? Let's explain the specifics slowly. This is the score from the previous episode of the Red List. Thank you to these brothers for their thoughtful evaluations. Many of you probably have played Fallout. Don't forget to share your assessment of Fallout at the bottom of this video. This is Meet Brother, taking you on a cool and exciting experience. An interesting EDC stress relief toy. Let's first look at the exterior. We all know that the aesthetic of evidence assistance tends to be straightforward, but Fallout did quite well this time. If one displays and speaks at the same time, the overall style is on point using the whole package. One patch for color contrast and layering. The shape is the Radiant logo shape. When the armor is cut, it comes out of a whole circle. The patch can also be poked out and replaced. However, it needs to be watered. Once you use glue, you have to level it yourself, which is quite troublesome for most players. So the exterior score is a full 4 out of 4. If you could give 2.5 points on the Radiation medium plate. Next is the gameplay experience. Radiation is an open-shell bead spinning top. 3 armor plates were released in response. Inside, there are 6 beads and continuous collisions. This is a characteristic of bead spinning tops. The most famous bead spinning top used to be KTS's ruler and its fierce distinction. This provides Fallout with a multi-layered experience, and not just repeated fluctuations, forcing a stop to open armor to get feedback. During the rotation, bead collisions at different stages will persist. Provides feedback on tactile and acoustic feedback. If you have luminous beads inside, you can add another visual feedback. Then the lock grip lever, the chamfer of the toggle position, and so on. Older brands generally don't have much trouble, so the gameplay experience easily scores 2 points. Let's look at the structure. First, let's look at the line position and track to form an arc. The advantage of this is that it's less likely to get stuck during the opening and closing process. Yes, and then the magnet on the plate. We saw that the accessories weren't fully loaded, and there were magnets inside the bag. You can also add some adjustments to the intensity of the opening and closing the armor. Small thoughts, big functionality. Also, the design of the pig trough for the armor might be a bit of a rogue and a bit unfamiliar. Or maybe they forgot. This was the first time Ruagu saw the armor unlock module and bead slot. When opening and closing the 2-in-1 armor, there will also be bead collisions, including the material of the beads inside. If they are different, for example, Wugong beads tend to be heavier, so opening the shells will also become easier. If you place glass beads, lightweight makes it harder to open the shell. Combined with the magnet mentioned earlier, change the shell stiffness and softness. The overall adjustable space is extremely large. At the same time, different beads collide. The sounds they made were all different. I have to say, it's the first time I've seen an opening Beyblade with such high freedom of opening, and there aren't any major changes. Are all structures, small and clever yet very effective. Extremely high free adjustment for shell opening. The level of feedback from play has changed dramatically. Therefore, in terms of structural design, the magnet part is designed to earn 1 point. Combining bead grooves and shell opening scores 1 point. The small arc design of the line position slot scores 0.5 points, with a maximum score of 3 points. The radiation structure score is 2.5 points. The entry barrier is a replacement car. The threshold for obtaining proof goes without saying. One part is stable. The total score for the final Fallout is 8 points, topping the list. Currently, the top spot on the red and black list might have a brother. The brothers think Ruaji is too tall, but let me mention one of the major advantages of Fallout. First, it's especially suitable for beginners to get started, with a low entry barrier. The opening wasn't difficult, and the feedback was indeed diverse. It's especially suitable for experienced players, offering extremely high freedom in armor opening. Feedback degrees of freedom can also bring a brand new experience to veteran players. Able to do this, for Duo it's very rare. Brothers, feel free to share your own ratings in the comment section and share a few items. That's all for this video. Brothers, don't forget to give a free like. I'm Bro Meat. See you in the next video. Bye bye.